Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Welcome to One Buck,
where we keep it a buck, and we hope y'all keep it a buck too.
I'm Kev.
This is Coop, man. Y'all know the scoop. We back with another one. Yes, another one. Because I told y'all, like we said in the last episode, that the show do not stop. Matter of fact, man, we appreciate those that are rocking with us. We appreciate those that may be watching the show that ain't really rocking with us, that know us. But we appreciate y'all too, because where they can find us at, man, on that iJizzle.
IG _1_podcast, spelled just like that.
Straight like that, man. Y'all better lock in to where y'all at, man. Get used to it, man. Get hip to it, because the show gonna keep running. We not gonna stop. We are not like your everyday podcast that you guys see on YouTube, television. We bring 2 or 3 episodes a week, and that's just what it is. Y'all see the last time we gave y'all 3. This time we gonna give y'all another 3 to smack you in the mouth. You feel what I'm saying? And we gonna keep you coming straight like that. On the YouTube though, y'all can catch us at One Buck Podcast, straight like that. In between the 1 and the buck will be a $sign. To replace that S will be a $sign at the end of the podcast as well. But you know, replacing that S, we're gonna get a lot off our chest this show, man. You know, we're gonna hit them with the switchy like we always do. Appreciate those of you that have been watching the older episodes. Cuz came with a straight heat. Last one with the Game and Eminem controversy going on. We talked about the Irv Gotti and the Ashanti situation. We blessed y'all with that Brittany Griner, R. Kelly, Lake Mead. Man, the list goes on and on, you feel me? So we gonna keep banging out just like that. Y'all see we got the new mics on the show. That's what I'm telling y'all. We gonna keep amping it up. We not gonna stop, man. So y'all get serious, because we definitely serious about what we doing at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
But man, cuz you know how we do, man. We like to start the show off, man. We stir that pot up, and then we open up them brain cells a little bit, man, for y'all to see what it is. I got a good one today, you know, as we both always do every time, because this is a real one to talk about right now. And I just want to know y'all personal opinion, cuz as usual, your personal opinion, what you think about it. But I just found this one interesting, man. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and start this clock. So, for you guys that didn't know, you guys know that there's been a lot of controversy of black, you know, Americans getting beaten and everything else. You know, when it comes to police brutality, to, you know, us coming up dead, you know, casualties from families, you know, different things. I got something good for you today, though, man. It's Arkansas, so there's going to be 2 Arkansas police officers, guys. It's 2 Arkansas police officers that have been suspended without pay. There's a video circulating. I don't know if you've seen it or if anybody else has seen it. If I can find a video, I will inquire this into our channel so that you guys will see the actual video somewhere down below or up top. It really just depends. From what I can tell in this video, and just based off of the gentleman's name, this is not a black American this time. So it appears to be that this is a white American.
I think I've seen that where they had dude face down.
No, they had it more than face down. They was kneeing him in the head. Yeah. So, you know, when it comes to this,
more than 2.
Only suspended 2 with pay so far. I know it was more cops. It was 3 cops, 4 cops involved, but only 2 of those cops got suspended. Now, here's my deal, and this is where I'm going with it, because we see everything that happens with the black Americans that get in these crimes. And you guys see it. It's been ongoing, man, since Martin Luther King, you know, Rodney King. It goes on and on and on, man. You know, stuff that's going on in the world that it doesn't stop for black Americans. Now, my question is, because when the black Americans, or, you know, anybody colored that goes through this situation, why is it that the tables take so long for something to kick due? Not taking anything away from this young man, you know, whether he was white, Caucasian, like I said, whether he was mixed, whatever his scenario is, but him being Caucasian, how is it that they just take this and then they're able to suspend these officers right away? Now let this been George Floyd, or anybody else that's went through some of these things, all these different people that go through different things being a black American. Why does it take so long for justice to be served, but when it becomes to a Caucasian American, why is justice served just like that with a spoon and a platter on the table. Cuz, what's your thoughts on it, man?
To keep it a buck, I think we both know the answer to that.
We know it, but we gotta address it to them. You feel me? We gotta bring it to them.
In my opinion, it's because we're the threat. It's always been set up like that. Going back to the past on history of everything. The other side or the other color was, when I say the other color, I mean Caucasians. It was always they were the ones who did this and paved the way for that and this, that, and the third.
That's facts. That's facts.
When it came to the savagery that they did, they never owned up to that. And
That's
we're
facts.
just now seeing this now up front. But here's another thing. People are not really understanding that police operate on a code. That code is called blue blood.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't no cripping in they pimping.
Yeah, no, that's it.
You know what I mean? That's what it is. They have a code where if you're a part of their unit or you're a part of that structure, they ride. And if you break that code, they deal with you accordingly or they outcast you, you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. To answer the question of why are we seeing this, it's probably due to how, everything has gotten.
For us.
And it took for so long and it's still taking for so long where it's not equally matched.
Yeah. Yeah.
America has to do a better job with getting this under control. Corruption is in offices. Corruption, the savagery in corruption, I should say, is in the offices. It's in the laws. It's in the different things that where they took the Constitution, that constitutional rights is not even no longer, really, in my opinion, existed.
It's voided. It's voided.
I think until we get that taken care of, we're going to have these problems.
We're going to have plenty of problems.
Here's the thing. If you go to any other country, and like I said, I've said this before off the camera to you, cuz when somebody is in office in other countries,
mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen people missing work? And I do believe we said this on camera too.
We've seen it on camera before.
They will miss work.
Yeah, it's going on.
It's not about a color thing. They're a nation. You know what I mean? They move together as a nation. Facts. You're from that country. You're born and raised into that country. They move as a unit. So why can't we, set aside the differences about different things and get the corruption out that needs to be taken out?
Yeah, man, you said it right there. The corruption just in general. It doesn't have to be towards the black side, but we know what's been going on for years on America. Right, exactly. And this is where I'm going with it. We've seen what's happened on the other side of the fence when it comes to African Americans. We've seen that for years on years on years on years. We've seen that more than anything. But why doesn't it have to be like Cuz just said? Why can't it be that way? Why can't it be is we are Americans. We need to step up and support Americans, not so much of the color barrier, but just supporting Americans for anything that anybody goes through. But we have to learn to ride and die for America. And there's, you guys obviously see is stuff that's not right in America. And I think we all need to come together. And that's why I said it's not Black Lives Matter. It's not just a certain lives matter, man. To me, because we all are in it together in America, it's all nature. Lives matter, right, man, at the end of the day. And it's the examples you set for your kids, for your kids to set the examples for their kids and so on and so forth, man. And if I'm looking at this, it's humiliating, man. When you being here in America and you see stuff like this, stories like this, you know what I mean, that really kind of cultivate where we come from, right, because we see other countries come together. We see them come together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't see it here in America, bro. And that's a way to hit the hammer on the nail. What else is your thoughts on it? Because it looked like you got some more to address on it, fam.
I mean, I could go into it. Like I said, when it came to it, I told you I had a real live conversation with a real Rastafarian from Jamaica,
yeah,
bro.
You did.
And that was something that really put some fat on my head.
Yeah.
Man, the convo out of that, it hit home. It's something that we will never, ever see, even just as people.
Facts. It's facts.
As people. And it's sickening. You know what I'm saying? So there's an old saying, and together we fall, or united we stand.
Mm-hmm.
The only time we become united is when it's a war.
Yeah, and that's it. That's it. Here in America, that's it. There's nothing else we all stand on.
But the pain,
we're divided.
And I see why, but the pain goes so back. It goes back so far, you know what I'm saying? And because of everything that goes on now, it's reaccumulating, you know what I'm saying? So it's reoccurrences that go on, so it makes it hard.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying? So when you not they color, you know what I'm saying? When I say they, the people who believe in the old-fashioned ways of time. I just seen a video where it was about Christianity, how they're putting involved, how you're seeing the hate. This is a religion that's supposed to practice love, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way it follows God. You're seeing different things that's coming out in the churches, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I mean, it's, like you always say, the devil's working overtime, bro.
And the devil in overtime. The devil is definitely locked in on that one. Just regarding this, I want to go back to that, man. I just wish, because you really touched up on it the right way that I was trying to go with it, is that Americans need to understand this. You know, if it was a white American that went and experienced this, you know, we need to treat our black Americans the same. You know, you look at all the countless lives, you know what I mean? Trayvon. Man, we can go on and on and on. We can sit here probably for 15, 20 minutes just talking about, you know, what should have been fair, what should have been equal. You know, when that cop shot that kid, when they shot Trayvon, he didn't get a slap on the wrist. He barely, I think it took him a while to even get
lucky. Y'all lucky y'all didn't see something really, you know what I'm saying, like really bad come out of that.
Come out of the situation.
It should have been, you know, like it could have been a flashback of back in the 60s and 70s, you know, like the same type of situation that happened to Emmett Till. Like, we could have really had, our people could have really had rose up.
It could, but
and went ahead and hung that man.
And it could, bro, but
and that would have probably set us further back in a lot of lives.
And that's what I'm saying, exactly with it, bro, because, you know, at what point do we have to fall back now and say, okay, yeah, a lot of that stuff that they were doing in the 60s, we see that didn't work. So now we have to try a different avenue. Yeah. Instead of acting a fool, instead of doing some of that thing, maybe we need to try something different. You know, maybe we need to try something different on this, because 2 of the deputies have been suspended with pay.
No,
they
don't need that.
This look. This is just 2, and they were identified from the Crawford County. Basically, so this is what they're saying. They're saying Zach King and Levi White from the Mulberry Police Department, along with Theo, if I'm pronouncing this name right, Rettle of the Sheriff's Department, said that, you know, they basically showed this video. For those of you that did not see the video, like I said, we will include the video somewhere of the officers actually beating down on this. And I just look at it like this, man. If that man was to be black, would this have happened? And I'm not trying to make it a separation. Like I said, I'm more on the line. It would have been different, bro. It wouldn't have been that immediate response, right? That's where I'm going with it.
Probably the officers of the nature would have been, they would have got the same result. Suspension with pay.
Exactly, and they're getting suspended with pay.
Immediate, like this has been going on for a
decades,
lot of
many
time
moons,
now.
many moons.
But there's always a lot that goes along with it. You know what I mean? Like, we only seen a glimpse of what the camera had shown at the time. We don't know that they really had justifiable cause, but there becomes a thin line between defending yourself and when you have a person in pretty much restraint.
But
you know what I mean? Like, not pretty much, but when you
have a person, I'm about to say, because they had this, everybody that they apprehend, this is my thing, they already got the upper hand. They're the law. They're the law. So you got your, you know, your standard protocol that you do, you know what I mean? You base it off of the individual. Okay, I understand it, I get it. But if you got 3 officers to 1 person, how much of a threat is that person to 3 officers that are carrying guns, that are carrying weapons, that are carrying all of these things?
Stun guns,
everything, bro.
Batons,
everything. Right. Guns, so with this being said, why does if you guys look in the video, and we'll play this as we're kind of talking along, Why is it necessary for them to do all of the unnecessary stuff that they were doing in that video, like kneeing this gentleman in the head and everything else, man? It's three officers, bro. Why does it gotta be all this?
But doesn't this go into situations of almost like a bully?
It is. It's you know what I mean? Like
everybody, you ever notice that spectrum? Like when it comes into situations, everybody be so melted heart when it comes to somebody getting picked on. But don't you see the fact that this has been going on for some time? Man. And because everybody has a relative or something of the nature where, well, the blue lives, they matter and they just doing their job. No, they excessively doing it.
They ain't got to do all that.
What part don't y'all see?
They ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to knee nobody. You already got them down on the ground. Knee to the throat.
You done smashed his head on the
ground, and you got excessive beating on the top of that. You know what I mean?
And it takes those people that say that for them to have to go through that type of situation, that same individuals, for them to say, oh, I'm emotionally scarred. Yeah, I don't never trust the police again.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Like that's how it goes. Like their mental. Now that's how it goes. You're just wearing it. Yeah, you're wearing it.
That's how it go, man.
But yeah, that's a good topic, bro.
Cause I ain't gonna spend too much time on it, man. I really just wanted to kind of dig to the surface because if it was to be a different scenario and it was a black American, I think the timetable would, it would have been extended. It would have changed. It wouldn't have happened so quickly. You know what I mean? But just to see, like you said, there police officers are bullies. They use that badge and everything that they have to advantage. Not all. There are some.
No, I would say a good
predominantly, 80, I would say 70, 80%, no doubt.
85 easy. Like they will, like I've seen different videos where people be doing everyday different things, filming, and they do this type of stuff just to see the type of reaction.
Yeah, on
so
purpose.
I'm starting to get to the notice of being like, it's got to be 85, almost 90% of police that are just assholes, y'all.
It's up there, and they don't have to be, like I said, it takes 3 officers to do this to one man. Yeah. You got George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, bro. Like the list goes on and on. Y'all had to do all this to each of these individuals. It could have took one officer to take care of the situation, but yet you guys take 3 officers to do this, and it's embarrassing, man, to see that y'all go to this. I'm not gonna spend too much time. We definitely gonna have to, part 2 of this one. I want you to get something that you got off your chest to bring to the people too, man.
Hell of a topic. I'm glad you brought that up. I was thinking about that anyway.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy to see the times that we still living in, bro. It's not gonna stop. No matter what the scenario is, it's not gonna stop, bro.
I'm kind of tossing with 2. Real quick, just to have one in the extra.
Run it up, man.
Man, I was listening for some odd reason. I don't know. I just was taken back, listening to different stuff. Had a lot of stuff on my mind. Just was listening to music, and I chose to listen to Biggie's "Who Shot You." Well, after I listened to that song, I had a flashback of back in the day where Big was saying it wasn't intended for Pac. Puffy say it wasn't intended for Pac.
Well, it was.
It was recorded. Yeah, and this is where it comes out. So allegedly, now I'm not even gonna say allegedly. Well, yeah, you could say allegedly.
You can say allegedly.
You know what I mean? There's a video where Puffy's partner comes up speaking about how Puffy really had wanted to push that to aggravate Pac. So it makes me wonder if Biggie doesn't put that song out.
Right.
Will one of our favorites still be alive? I can't call him an idol because I don't worship. I don't worship.
No, we don't worship no idols.
Everybody that's common, you know what I'm saying? The only worship that should be is your religion, your God.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean? And it better be the right one, by the way.
Right.
But what's your thoughts off of that? Just knowing, the views.
With me, by the way, we lost 2 because we lost Pac, and then right after we lost Pac, we lost Biggie. In the turmoil that still to this day, it doesn't sit right with me regarding Puffy. I still think Puffy had his hands in it, had something to do with it.
Take that.
Because, that's his slogan. You got to think about that. Take that. That's Puffy's slogan. So with that being said, he took it from Pac, then in turn took it from one of his own artists. Now, we see what's going on with Puffy still to this day, how artists like Mace, like artists like, all these different artists are coming out saying that Puffy did this to him, did that to him, didn't care about him, took their money. did this, that, and the third for the benefit of his family. So, cause you already know how I stand on it, man. I still think Puffy had his hands in the situation with the East Coast, West Coast.
They had to get protection.
Oh, they did.
That's the thing. They had to get protection.
They did, bro.
From the whole situation of when they was coming out to Cali. From my understanding,
like
even with Tretch saying, Suge had a lot of people shook, but you know what I'm saying? That's see, if you're not hip, you know what I mean? You know, it goes deeper than what just it was. You know, California is like the gang mentality is something crazy.
It's facts, bro.
You know what I mean? There was a lot that went on with the whole situation with Pac, in my opinion. I'm not gonna get into that.
Overkill, though.
We'll get into that.
We had to have a Tupac episode in general.
It's a lot that went into it. But definitely it involved, in my opinion, because of Biggie and them. They knew that they couldn't go to the Bloods because that was part of Suge.
It was.
You know what I mean? So they had to go to the other side, which would be the Crips. They couldn't deal with the Latinos at the time because you had, you know, the black on brown situations with that.
Yep.
It's almost like the outside is like the intervene of prison.
Yeah.
The what they call it, the politics of prison, you know, work differently. It's not like how it is out here, but it seems like it's more like how it is out here.
Right.
But they had no choice. They had no choice but to go to the Crips. You know what I mean? So that was their protection. But I think Puffy had his play in that. And
Puffy had a hidden
I always
agenda.
thought that.
Yeah, he had a hidden agenda.
You had the biggest artist on the East Coast, and you didn't have or think to protect him, but then you shuck and jive and you give us this, I still hate to see blacks beefing. Nigga, you caused the beef.
Well, Little C's and them stepped up too. I think they stepped up in a couple of interviews, but you know, Puffy definitely had the hit ordered on Pac. And I think between Puffy and Snoop, I think Snoop still has something to do with it because I remember the thing where they talked about with Snoop Dogg getting on the plane with Tupac after the whole stuff popped off and how he had a shank in his hand basically and he slept on it and was scared for his life. But you know, Pac was probably keeping it a buck with him, like he knew what it was. He probably heard from another source that this is what it was. You know what it was. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
so,
and that's the thing I was gonna say. We'll never know.
We'll never know
because that would be incriminating evidence.
But I will tell you guys this: is it ironic that Tupac dies, and then shortly after Tupac dies, Biggie dies, where he's promoting his album.
Going
back to Cali. So
Cali.
like Cuz just said, man, Puffy could have protected his artists. But instead of doing that, how does the vehicle get shot up? How does Biggie even get in that scenario or that situation drunk? That to me still doesn't sit right to me. Still to this day that Pac comes up dead and then Biggie shortly after, bro. It don't make sense. And we know what Puffy is right now. We've heard so many artists talk about Puffy. Puffy don't pay his royalties. Puffy don't give this. Puffy don't, give homage to his artists.
Definitely knows
listen to Mace talking. I know you probably don't heard it, but y'all, the viewers, go back and watch that Mace interview that Mace did where he talked about Puffy. Mace told us point blank, y'all, that he saved Bad Boy. He was the face of Bad Boy, and Puffy knew that. Puffy wasn't doing nothing that Mace brought back Bad Boy, bro. And what happened? He saved him. He brought him back.
And then brought in Shine because you was missing the voice of Biggie.
But then what happened to Shine? Same scenario. Same thing. So y'all got to wake up and see what's going on with the Puffy situation, man. Because I'm glad you brought that up. We're going to have to do a whole episode on that. That's going to be just a whole episode in general of what's your thoughts on the Biggie and Tupac situation. Then we bringing Puffy in there. And then we can have some other stuff, man, where we got a bunch of artists just talking about Puffy and how Puffy did them, too. I think that'll be dope, man.
Yeah, especially definitely the Locks back in the day, they spoke about that, too.
Man, they did. Man.
Yeah, I remember he had a skit on one of the Locks albums that really didn't get a whole lot of recognition except for on the East Coast, if you ask me. I don't know. Maybe I might be wrong. But
no.
They had a skit where it was like, we'll be raping you records.
That's what Puffy is.
Was going off of how
Puffy is, man. They said Puffy's dad was like that in the streets, And it's ironic that Puffy took the same way to go, you know what I'm saying? And, bro, we went to do that
thin
one.
ice, buddy.
Yeah, you floating on thin ice. I think that, you know, a lot of stuff.
Saving you.
Yeah, big time on that one. I think that one will definitely be brought up for another one, man. I think that'll be one that we could have a lot of controversy and some evidence behind it and just show it and bring it.
Where it got shot up because it was about who was better.
Who was better, right? Still to this day.
Childhood. But yeah, what you got for us on the sneak kick, unless you had something else you wanted to bring in?
On this one, man, I'm gonna bring y'all know, like I said, man, I've been bringing pennies here lately, but I do have some, you know, kind of iconic, you know, I think this is the first iconic Jordan that ever dropped. And I really just wanted to bring it tonight because I really feel like it goes overlooked. Y'all see that silver box. We're not going to waste no time on it right there. If y'all already know what that silver box means, that is going to be a Jordan 13. So, with that being said, we ain't going to waste no time. We just going to go open that box up. We're going to give y'all these classic black and whites right here because to me, these go hella overlooked. Still to this day, one of the most iconic sneakers ever to be made from Michael Jordan. You know, is the He Got Games from, y'all already know, Ray Allen. You know, and what was the name of the movie for that one?
He Got Game. His role was
Spike Lee joint.
Yeah, Spike. Shout out to Spike on that. His character name was Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Yes, sir.
Denzel Washington in that movie. Excellent movie in a sense for basketball fans.
Man, basketball fans all around the world. Not only that, I think that movie really pushed this shoe. It really pushed the shoe. Jordan already had the idea. I just like the black and white silhouette. I am really feeling that Panther, you know, that Panther eye right here with that hologram, man. You know, and I just had to bring these out because I always thought they was classics to me. A lot of people sleep on these. Everybody's new hype right now to all the color changing Jordans. Yeah. Me, I'm taking it back to, you know, paying homage to the original. I had these back in high school, played in them, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, these haven't re-released, I don't believe, since 2018. So we probably more than likely you guys will get another re-release of these, whether it be in 2022. 2023 coming up. Expect to see these again sometime. I would just think just popping up, man, because it's an iconic shoe. And Ray Allen made him iconic. You know, he's an iconic player. He is one of the three-point. He is the three-point leader, right?
No, I think Steph Curry took that.
Oh, he did. He did last year. He did. Because he beat Ray Allen. But still one of the best ever to do it.
Touch that ball, man.
Man, just this whole shoe overall was based off a Panther. You know what I'm saying? So you guys see the Panther paws on the side right there. Boom, boom, bow. This would be the eye of the Panther, of course, right here with that hologram on the side. I do still have the plastic on there. But just to me, like I said, y'all see, these are 2018s and they barely have a crease in them and down the seam of the shoe, man. And that's how much I wear them because I just think that they're, you know, that iconic. I have to pull them back out sooner or later. But to me, hands down, best Jordan 13 with that tumble leather. They don't make the leather like this anymore, where it's real buttery like that, man. And just the overall design of the shoe.
I was going to say that, like that tongue, man. It felt like it brought back the authentic.
Man,
there's some leather on shoes.
Yeah,
with the Jordan brands. We're not getting this on just any shoe.
Nah, not on any shoe.
Only J's.
Only J's, man. And like I said, this is only on $1, man. Y'all tell me another podcast doing what we doing right now. That's all I'm saying. For those of y'all that's rocking with us, for those of y'all that say, oh, y'all watch the videos, and man, if you watching the videos and you know who we are, man, that's the importance of y'all to really give us the thumbs up because y'all know what we do. You know, we would be doing this if we was in the hood with y'all right now. If we was in the back alley, you know what I'm saying, at the barbershop. If we was cause we was at the crib just running it up talking, y'all know that we'll be locked in right now. Y'all can't hate on no show like that, man, because y'all know us, y'all know everything about us. And this is how we rock, man. We just decided to, you know, why not? We talk about it all the time. Let's just do a show about it, man.
Absolutely.
So, you know, big ups to you know, those that are watching, but we need y'all to subscribe. If you really rocking with us and y'all know us, wherever y'all at, Battle Creek, Michigan, Kalamazoo, Chicago, Detroit, you know what I'm saying, Cali, New York, wherever you at, man, you know us, hit that thumbs up, man, and hit the subscribe button just cause, man. It's about support, and that's what it's about these days, family. So, cause it's always a pleasure. Locking in right there. Y'all see my boy right there with the 3P shirt on. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jordan may have wore these towards that 3P era. But, you know, we had to bring it to the show, man. Y'all see what time it is.
You brought those out, man. And these look like they are part of your personal stock.
Oh, yeah, it's personal.
Like everything that we bring out, my bad.
We do wear our shoes over here. We do wear our shoes. I'm going to let y'all know. I got a lot of stuff dead stock, but I do try to wear my shoes because if you don't, we'll give you some videos of what your shoes look like if you don't wear them and you just sitting on them, and that's it, you know. So, hey, look. We're going to pick up what we put down on this one, on the next one, as usual, man. For a lot of these SpongeBob SquarePants, man, lock into the show, subscribe. Absolutely. Don't talk about it, be about it, man. If y'all watching the show, I don't want to hear that you watching it. I want to see that you watching it. What's up, cool, Kev? I mean, y'all putting it down, lock in, you feel me, on some real stuff. We're going to start shouting out some names in the wrong way, you feel me?
I mean,
I'm just playing, man.
I can't do it, but you know what I'm saying. But if we gotta, you know, apply pressure where pressure's got to be due, you know what I'm saying.
And I think that's why people don't talk, because, you know, for the amount of people that we do know, I think a lot of people are wondering if we're gonna give a negative shout out. You know what I mean?
It ain't gonna be no negative.
My personal opinion, I really believe it, bro. I really believe it. I think people that want to get on the show, that want to talk and say what they want to say on the show, I think that they could be looking at, okay, well, maybe I get a negative shout out. You know what I'm saying?
You know what they could be a part of here?
Just saying.
I'm going to go ahead and put it out here for you because we've been waiting for everybody to chime in. When we go live, look, we start shooting on Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? So we got a specific time that we try to shoot around. Once we go live, if you ain't doing nothing, you got the kids to bed, you done fed yourself, you ain't working. Instead of looking at them Instagram models, go ahead and pop in.
Man, please
and kick it in politics at 1_Buck_podcast, spelled just like that. Man, stop playing.
You're straight like that.
You know what I'm saying? You'll see the type of love, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's hate that's on your heart, it's not on ours.
Yeah, well, it ain't on ours. You're definitely right about that, man. We just keep it moving.
But the disrespect will not be tolerated.
It will not be tolerated, and that's just what it is, man. And we're going to keep doing what we're doing regardless, like I said, and I'm going to reiterate it one more time because the show not going to stop. Y'all see we taking it serious. So, look, we need y'all to take us serious and lock in. If you know us, run it up, leave your comments. Come join us live on Thursday, and that's just what it is. And what else you got to say, cuz?
Go ahead and follow us on that YouTube, like he said. You know what I mean? Stop playing too. Hit them again with it to let them know where it is.
YouTube is $1 podcast. In that podcast, the S will be replaced by that $. Simple as that. And that's what we about, man. We ain't about nothing else. We gonna keep it going, cuz like I said, always a pleasure locking in on this one. And we're going to catch y'all on the next one, man. This is $1,
where we keep it a buck.
And we hope y'all keep it a buck, too. Peace.